Farah bidding for 3,000 metres victory. Of course, 12 months on since he won 2 gold medals at London 2012 in the 5,000 and 10,000 metres. He's back at the scene of his winning performances 12 months on to take part in the 3,000 metres this afternoon. That race just about to go in a few moments. If you haven't heard by now, Jessica Ennis-Hill was taking part in the 100 metres hurdles for women this afternoon. She finished 4th and is currently taking part in the long jump. Now then, I'm sure you've all seen the strongest man events on the television over the years. Scenes of Britain's Jeff Capes pulling big trucks and tossing cabers. Well, more than 30 strongmen will be in Tamworth tomorrow for Tamworth's Strongest Man. It's taking place at the Fitness Hub Gym on the Lichfield Road in Industrial Estate, and I'm delighted to say I'm joined in the studio now by one of the organisers and one of the competitors, Vinny. Thanks for coming in.
Afternoon, how are you?
Very well. Great to see you. Now then, it's great to have an event like this in Tamworth, and I know you're the brains behind it. It was you. Where did the idea come from?
Started training to compete myself, and luckily enough, I got to train with Dave Meir, who competes at UK Strongest Man, and sort of bullied Dave, who owns the fitness hub, into hosting it as his and getting a load of novices, and basically just getting people down into Tamworth, because it's such a good bunch of people.
I mentioned there Jeff Capes. I'm sure many people have seen over the years on the television Britain's Strongest Man and the World's Strongest Man, and I haven't seen it on terrestrial television for a few years, but you tell me it's still going strong.
Challenge TV tends to be the big one for what it shows. It shows the UK's, it shows Britain's, Ireland's, Scottish, Welsh Strongest Man, and then also does the weight category versions as well, so under 90 kg, 105. And then the big boys in the opens. So yeah, it's still going strong on Challenge TV.
So how many competitors are going to be at the Fitness Hub tomorrow? What will the standard be like?
We've got 2 categories. We've got a group for novices, so guys that have done sort of 1 to 3 events, and then we've got the inters, where the guys that are sort of mid-range between the novices and the opens, weights-wise, what they can lift. And we've got about 15 guys doing inters, and we've actually got a full category for the novices with 20 guys, so we should have about 35 guys in total.
And what kinds of disciplines will be taking part?
Well, what we try to do is make it as interesting for the athletes as we can. So we've got, to start off tomorrow, we've got a van pull, so they'll be pulling sprinter vans for 20 metres and 25 metres. They've got a deadlift medley, so the deadlift for the inters is up at 260 kg, which is around 40 stone. These guys will be picking up and actually repping this, so they'll be lifting it just more than once.
That's incredible.
So the guy that wins is the guy that does the most lifts. We've got an overhead medley press. We've got a keg carry, so I'll give a word there, where the guys are going to carry it for 40 metres in the novices group, and then probably about 60 metres in the inters group, in the blazing sun, hopefully. Then we've got the Atlas stones, which is a strongman favourite, and we've got to do reps over a certain height with that.
Amazing. Vinny, you're one of the competitors. You're going to be taking part. Are you mad?
My wife keeps saying that.
So why do you do it?
It's the challenge, it's the rush, it's the adrenaline, it's doing things that ordinary people just look at and go, wow, that's an incredible way to be lifting. And it's just, I don't think there's any other sport quite like strongman for the camaraderie and how much fun that you can have with another bunch of guys just lifting lots of heavy weight. Even if you're getting injured, everyone's pitching in to help you, encouraging you, and it's just a completely different type of training, and and it has a lot of crossover to a lot of things as well. Pulling the washing machine out, for example.
Help around the house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just makes you generally more useful.
So have you got a favourite discipline?
I like the yoke.
Why is that?
I don't know. It just seems to be one of those events that I seem to be pretty good at. I've got a good set of shoulders, and I've just got a good core strength about me, so I can just stand it with a weight. I'm good at squatting, deadlifting not so much, but yeah, it's my favourite one.
And is there one discipline that all strongmen fear?
Tyre flipping.
Anything to do with tyre flipping, I would have said. Sometimes the stones as well. It's just anything where you have to pick something up at a really awkward angle. It can just cause a lot of bicep tears. hamstring tears and things like that. So, yeah, tire flip, I don't like that either. It's not nice.
I'll ask both of you this one. I mean, how much is this a feat of mental strength, and how much is physical, would you say?
There's a lot of mental in there. You've got to shut a lot of pain out sometimes. Some of the grip things that we do, grip tests that we do, where you can sort of have 300 kg in your hand, and you have to hold it, no lifting aids or lifting straps or anything, and it hurts. It hurts a lot. So you just tend to put yourself in a nice place. I think you're beach somewhere, or think about the sea, anything but the pain.
So I think it's not just that we're not just turning up on the day to lift this stuff. We've not just woke up out of bed and we're able to do these things. This is months and months of training. This is weeks of training. This is looking at all the finer details. You know, some people are more lazy than others when it comes to diet and things like that. The guys that reach the top level, they don't get there just waking up out of bed one day.
Most of the guys that will be competing tomorrow have been sort of eating 5,000 calories a day for either a week or 2 weeks out. So they've been storing a load of energy. Put a bit of weight on as well, but storing a load of energy.
I mean, how are you psyching yourself for tomorrow then? I mean, what are the plans between now and tomorrow morning?
Usually about 5 or 6 days before any competition, I tend to get a little bit nervous. I tend to run through all the events in my head. I tend to sort of try and get some sort of mental focus. Imagine doing the lifts. You end up dreaming about it. You end up talking about a lot. Like I said, I drive my wife mental with this type of thing. But then when it comes on the day, I'm as cool as a cucumber. I've got absolutely 100% confidence in what I can and can't do. It's more about what I can do on the day, and I just get myself into that place where I don't worry about anything else. I don't worry about the crowd. Some people are really great in the gym, and then when they go and lift in front of people, they just fall to pieces. Yeah. I'm just not one of those guys. But I'm carrying a couple of injuries. I won't going to mention it.
No.
I'm going to get all my excuses in that. I've always said if anybody beats me, it's either because I'm injured or they're cheating. Yeah, I just get into a pretty good place, and my family are going to be there as well. So.
And how about diet? I guess there'll be no beers tonight then.
I don't drink at all.
Okay.
I genuinely don't.
I might have one to calm my nerves just to make sure everything goes okay tomorrow.
But is that the same for most sort of strongmen? They don't touch the alcohol.
It depends. It depends on the person, the individual. Some guys diet differently. I know one guy that will eat nothing but protein for 6 days of the week and then literally just carb load for the 7th day, and he can eat anywhere between 6,000 to 7,000 calories in that day. But yet the rest of the week is minimum sort of thing. It all depends on that person, individual person, how much focus and dedication they want to put into it.
I just think it hits my recovery more if I have to drink, you get your hangover and things like that. So I just try and steer clear of it completely. The odd one in here or there, but yeah, tend to just steer clear of it.
We're previewing tomorrow's Tamworth Strongest Man at the Fitness Hub gym on the Litchfield Road Industrial Estate. Hopefully there'll be a good crowd there tomorrow, and it all gets underway from about 10:30 tomorrow morning. How important is it to get the support of the crowd?
Massive for the guys. I did my first competition a couple of months ago, and I had like 3 or 4 friends because I travelled up north, but even the crowd up there just got behind you, even when you're physically and mentally drained, just that cheering on or somebody giving you the G up, he puts a lot into these guys. So as much noise, the guys that turn up tomorrow, as much noise as they can make all the time, be fantastic.
Vinny, how did you get involved then in strongmen events? Where did it all start for you?
Well, a couple of years ago, I probably looked at myself in the mirror and was sick and tired of just looking completely fat. So, and I married and settled down with 2 children, and I just looked at myself in the mirror and just said, I need to get into training. So I just went training with my mate Neil. We did that was 2 years, about 2 years and 6 months ago now. And then I went to a strongman event, and I said, that's exactly what I want to be doing. That looks brilliant. So 7 months ago, I think it was now, I just got into the gym with my mate Rich over in Leicester and a couple of other lads, and we just started doing some strongman stuff, and then I just got the bug. And then that was it. I dedicated myself to it, signed up to my first couple of competitions. And then I made it my aim to do a final competition in the novice category at England's Most Powerful Man, and I dedicated all my training just towards that one goal.
So what's a good age to start with? Say if there are perhaps any teenagers listening to this. I mean, are there any events for younger age groups at all?
You tend to be you get guys that compete at sort of 18, 19, but obviously gym work you need to be developed completely. So any guy that's in the gym before the age of 16 is in the wrong sort of thing. So you realistically you want to be if you want to get into it, it's one of the ones you can start it when you're 18. I'm 35 and I started when I was 34, so you can get into it as early or as late as you want to. Really, it all depends on how far you want to go.
You've got a guy like Mark Felix who's 47, 48 now, and he started I think in his very late 30s, and he's one of the world's strongest men. I think he's just got a world record deadlift, so it just goes to show age is not really a barrier in the sport really for any. And equally you've got younger guys as well that come through that seem to do exceptionally well. You know, in their early 20s, so it just depends. Some guys peak at different times as well.
Sure. I was going to say, you know, going from one age range to the other, looking at the other end of the spectrum, is there like I mean, I guess you can go on forever if you're mentally strong and physically strong enough.
There is a masters class that had there. I think it was last week, where guys that have competed at World's Strongest Man were there. Simon Flint, for instance, I met him a couple of months ago, and he was competing up there, and he's sort of late 40s, I think.
Yeah, he's
and
42.
Seriously strong and big.
Yeah,
very big guy.
Very big guy. Very strong.
So Tamworth's Strongest Man at the Fitness Hub Gym tomorrow, and it's a charity event. You're raising cash for charity as well.
Cystic fibrosis we're going to raise for, but we've also some friends of the gym who got burnt to the ground, and literally they got left with nothing. So we're going to split the money between cystic fibrosis and some money going towards these people as well. So we're trying to raise as much as we can. We've had quite a lot of sponsorship coming from local businesses. Am I allowed to plug?
Absolutely.
Because if I don't, Tonka will kill me. Sandu Stores down at Mile Oak, the new Nissa shop, he's been fantastic. Sponsored all the trophies for both categories. Central Gym over in Birmingham have loaned us some equipment, and also Dave Mears Gym as well as loaned us a lot of equipment as well. So it's a big thank you to them guys. But also the big sponsor as well is NMB Proteins. They do all the protein supplements and things like that, and they're giving out prizes with to the winners.
So it all gets underway at 10:30. So just finally, guys, for anybody listening to this and perhaps they haven't got anything on tomorrow and they fancy coming down, why should they come down and cheer you on tomorrow?
We've made it a family-orientated day, knowing it's Sunday, knowing that guys are going to be with children and wives and girlfriends and things like that. We've got bouncy castles for the kids. We're trying to put some face painting on as well. I think there's going to be a street magician walking around in the crowd as well, wowing them. But there's also obviously a burger stand and of course an ice cream van, especially if the sun's out. So we're trying to aim it as a family day, so it's more than enough reason to get down there and cheer them on.
That's it. Just come down, make some noise.
Good stuff.
And it's going to be a great day.
And we're going to be there as well. TCR FM will be there. I'm going to be there as well. And we'll be doing some stuff on the PA, and you'll be able to hear all the action live on TCR FM between 10 and 2 tomorrow into Daniel Holt's show, and then a little bit later on into Midge's show. So TCR FM will be at Tamworth's Strongest Man tomorrow morning. And Vinny, thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully we'll get a nice big crowd at the Fitness Hub on the Litchfield Road Industrial Estate for Tamworth's Strongest Man tomorrow from 10:30. And if you can't make it down there, you can hear all the action right here on TCR FM.
If you're planning a not-for-profit event and want to spread the word for free, let us know and we'll help tell Tamworth.